Oh, hockey fans. Well, day 4 of this year's Stanley Cup playoffs is in the books, and we were treated to 4 more games on this Tuesday evening, and they were pretty fruitful. Well, some of them were. So let's get to it, shall we? Yeah, this series is over. This series is over. I would say the Devils gave it a good try, but did they really? They scored first. They did score first. That is something, but that's about it. That's about it. Carolina pretty much has it in the bag. The Devils pretty much played like the team they are, a team that is banged up and outmatched at every turn. So the series will shift to New Jersey, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I don't want to say it's going to be a sweep. I mean, I want to say the Devils do have a shot at winning at least one of the next two home games, but I really don't know. It doesn't look good for New Jersey. Carolina seems to be on target right now, and I don't think the Devils can really match it. This one appears to be decided too, though. The Senators did give them a scare. They did. I mean, they tied it with about 5 minutes left, and they honestly there were like one or two close shots that could have won it for the Senators in regulation, but Toronto took care of business with Hall of Famers Trish Stratus and Edge, Adam Copeland, in attendance. So Toronto's up 2-0. I think it's been I don't I think it's been a minute since the Leafs actually led 2-0 in a series. I think it pretty much has been. They've either trailed 2-0 or 1-1, but I'm trying to remember the last time. I don't. I don't know, but it's not a feeling. It's not a feeling that the Leafs had have a lot being up 2-0 in a series, but hey, and yes, it's against their usual punching bags over throughout their history, the Ottawa Senators, but hey, they'll take it. Considering, again, they haven't beaten Senators all year, and here it is where it counts. They're up 2-0 thanks to that overtime win, and how fitting that it was Max Domi who put it in, because, his father, Ty Domi, was around during those old Battle of Ontario series. So, yeah, Toronto's up 2, and they'll go to the Canadian capital for the next 2 games. Oh, we really did break this team 3 years ago, did we? We really did. Oh boy. I mean, this game got way out of hand. It got way out of hand in the second period. I mean, it was 2-1 Florida after 20 minutes, but then they just kept adding on, and all of a sudden they were up 5-1 at some point. It was over. I mean, Tampa, it's crazy. Tampa, we thought their window was either closed or almost closed after last year. Okay? And then this year, it looked like they were going to be struggling, but they managed to go on a tear. They finished second in the Atlantic. They come close to winning the Atlantic Division, but Toronto did finish first. But still, they gave it a ride, and it made the race interesting. Okay? So I figured, well, Tampa might have some semblance of the old team that won back-to-back and nearly three-peated. This isn't it. This isn't it. Oh, and Nikita Kucherov, the player who everybody seems to want to give the Hart Trophy to, one assist. Now I know the playoffs have nothing to do with the MVP, but he didn't show up. He didn't show up one bit. Here's some food for thought. I know I know for the AL saying well, it's just one game. It's just one game crowd. If you take Kucherov's point total for tonight and triple it, you have McKinnon's point total for game one. Just thought I remind you. I said this was going to be interesting, didn't I? So Minnesota really lowered the boom on Vegas. It's crazy. I mean, Matt Boldy, Matt Boldy seems to be on another level, getting points and goals left and right, and Vegas had no answer. Now, so it's 1-1. So that's two series that are 1-1, and the scene shifts to the state of hockey for two more, and they'll have to go back to Vegas one more time, at least one more time. But again, like I said, I can't stand either one of these teams. But I know this much: this is going to be a good series. I hope it goes 7, just so those teams could just smack each other around. But yeah, so pardon. So yeah, so round 2 in this series went to Minnesota. Like I said, it's 1-1, and that caps off. And it got a late start too, 8 o'clock here in the Pacific time zone. That's pretty late. But so that finishes off day 4. Here's what's in store for us tomorrow. Tomorrow we have 3 games, including a game 3. Yes, the first scene shifting game of this year's playoffs. Of course, game 3 does that. You have the first 2 in one destination, and then you move, and then you go somewhere else for the next 2. But we have a game 3. But first off, it's game 2 of the Canadiens Capitals series. Caps up 1-0 after that overtime win. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on ESPN here in the States, Sportsnet in Canada. And then at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, it's Game 3, Stars, Avs in Denver, and this could be an emotional game because this most likely will be the game that Gabriel Landeskog returns for the first time since he hoisted that cup on the last Sunday of June 2022. He'll take the ice and actually play a game, most likely. So that's going to be big emotion, especially if he actually puts one in that night. Oh, man, I got goosebumps. So that's at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, also on ESPN. And the Wednesday night will end with Game 2 between the Oilers and Kings. Kings took Game 1 barely after leading 4-0, but they did. So they're 1-up. And that's at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and that's on TBS and simulcast on Max. Well, of course, Sportsnet, where all of it in Canada. So that's what's in store for us tomorrow, and I'm really amped for Game 3 because we played well enough to win Game 2. We didn't, but we still played well enough. That tells me we're gonna take Game 3, especially if our captain returns to the ice for us. So anyway, that is my recap of tonight's playoff action. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe if you want more. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. And I'll be back this time tomorrow night with a recap. Hopefully, it comes with the good news that we're up 2-1 over Dallas. So stay tuned.